Alexandra Bello Productions presents Artistic Times Radio with Alexandra Bello, covering art events, museums, festivals, and music. We have interviews of artists, celebrities, musicians, writers, and more. Learn about South Florida happenings and discover art firsthand while enjoying red carpets, fashion shows, and press conferences from the hand of our host, Alexandra Bello. Tune in on WNN 14/7 every Tuesday night at 7:30 and on my website, ABP TV. Now, it's about to get artistic in here.
Hi guys, how is everybody doing? I am Alexandra Bellos here with Artistic Times Radio. Excited to be here another night, another week, here in amazing South Florida, full of events, artistic people, and talented human beings. Tonight we have the honor to have two gentlemen that are very interesting, and I have met them digitally, and I finally got to meet you guys, in person. I have right here Kevin. How are you doing? And Cohen.
Yes.
And Cohen. So they are involved with a project, and it's also a corporation called Canon Drum Stages Incorporation, right? And you also have something called like the Canon Drum Sessions, and you have Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Right.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your company and these sessions and a little bit about yourself?
Well, just excuse me, and I'm on the air live. the correct pronunciation is conundrum. Conundrum. So it's Conundrum Stages. We are a production company that focuses on live performance. So anything dealing with variety programs in theater, music, comedy, poetry. We recruit talent for live presentations, and it could be a mix of different performers or it could be standalone shows.
Yes.
And we started 7 years ago. We started out doing readers theater, where we recruited stage actors to dramatize plays. They would actually have the script in front of them, and they would actually read with dramatization. And then it actually spiraled into other showcases. We did a annual poetry night for 6 years. We've done a female acoustic musician program for 2 years. We've done a comedy compilation for 2 years where we do stand-up, improv, sketch, theater scenes, novelty acts all in one night. And we've done lots of music shows. We mostly focus on solo acts, mostly acoustic.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, you are an artist or you are a businessman?
I actually fall under the realm of presenter or provider.
You're more like facilitator.
Yes.
Exactly. You like facilitating this opportunity
Yes,
and
more
creating
like
a venue.
curator.
Okay, cool.
I have a theater background. So I started in theater when I was 13 and went to middle school and high school and also college for it, all in Fort Lauderdale, all in South Florida. And I acted in plays in the community. And then about 11 years ago, I wanted to reach out to other people, my peers in the community, and have them get together. And that's how we started doing the play readings. And then we would actually go to different libraries, community centers, and we put on different plays, including A Raisin in the Sun, Death of a Salesman, all classic and contemporary plays. And that's how it actually spiraled into meeting other artists of other different disciplines.
And you fell in love with how many artists you met, and you said, "Oh my God, there has to be something done about this."
Right.
I've been down that path.
Right.
I know what you mean.
Right. So we tried to tap into what the local market is focused on, what they really like to see. And I've noticed that even though theater is an acquired taste, live theater is an acquired taste, I've noticed that more people are drawn into more of either music, comedy, stand-up comedy, and then also we have a huge poetry scene. And that includes traditional poetry, slam poetry, spoken word poetry. So we tried to tap into these different mediums in order to actually build an audience. And that's how Conundrum Stages got started.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Very, very cool. Now, we also have one of the performers right here. You sing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Cohen Robinson, I'm sorry, I get confused because Cohen is a last name
Yes.
usually, but it's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
But Cohen is right here and he's going to tell me a little bit about his experience and about his involvement with Conundrum Stages.
Yeah, I met Kevin, what was that, three years ago, for an event that he did at the Van Dyke Cafe in Miami, actually. And I was just a guest of a friend of mine, Patrick Watkins. And after that, he had asked if I would like to be involved in some other shows that he was doing. So we just kept in touch, and we've had a great working relationship with the other shows that he's done. He has another. What was the name of the event at Gigi's Music Cafe?
That was the Speak Out. That was our annual poetry event that we've done for 6 years.
Yeah.
The Speak Out, an evening of poetry and song. So we'd put together, feature all different types of poets, and in between, we'd actually bring in musical guests. Sort of like we built on the Saturday Night Live format where they actually would do stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, and then bring in their musical guest and do another round of sketch comedy, and then, round it out with musical guests.
It's universal format.
Yeah.
To keep people going.
Yeah, and I loved, or what I love about doing those types of venues, it's an intimate setting, so you get more of a, one-on-one relationship while you're performing with everyone that's there. And, it's a great time. It's a different energy than just doing a show in front of a large crowd, and you don't really get to connect on the level that you do when you do these smaller, intimate shows. So
that is awesome. Now, tell me, what is the frequency of this show, these particular sessions?
Well, it was a spin-off of a show that we did about 3 years ago. We called it Vocapalooza. What we wanted to tap into was the whole American Idol, The Voice. That was actually at its peak at that time, where they would focus mostly on vocalists that don't necessarily play instruments. They use their voice as their instrument.
Yes.
So we wanted to try to build it as a festival and do it every other year. But what I've gone into is that since I've been doing this now for 7 years, and I've actually accumulated such a roster of, I want to say, avid contributors. I call them avid contributors because they volunteer their time to do this. Everything that we've done thus far there's been no financial compensation. It's just a way to provide the platform for the artist, for the entertainers.
To promote themselves.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But once again,
nothing wrong with that.
we've gathered such a avid contributing base of people that we wanted to now bring it into much more of a smaller scale, intimate show, because most of the shows that we've been doing have been usually like up to about 10, 12 acts a night. And we've went under the philosophy, hey, if you pack the lineup, you pack the place, because those 10, 12 people are going to see, they're going to bring their 2 friends, and then they're going to bring their other 2 friends, and then, you have an audience.
And how long are the acts?
Well, the acts, they could range from like 5 to 10 minutes. But what we've been noticing is the people that bring the most of their following, once that performer is done, they all leave.
Yes.
And then by that time, the rest of the night, it's very sparse, which we've now gone to a focus. Well, now that we've built our base, now that we've actually have like this roster of performers that have been working with us for the past few years, we want to give them a up close and much more personal showcase.
Okay.
So this is the smallest scale show that we've actually done to date. We're actually going to have 4 soloists each night. We're going to actually put it in more like a in-the-round session, which is based off the whole Nashville situation where they will actually have like 3 to 4 people on stage at the same time, where each person would sing a song across, and then they would sing a song across again. So sometimes they would actually do like 4 sets of 4. This time there would be 2 sets of 2. So we'll have our 4 people on stage, and then we'll actually have them sing 2 songs across. We'll have an intermission, and then we'll actually have them do 2 songs across again. So then that way, everyone's base is there.
That's very
all
interesting.
at the same time.
It all sounds very interesting, and I cannot wait to go check it out. I mean, I do have events on Saturdays that I go and cover. I go out with my little cameras and I do some red carpet interviews. But yeah, I definitely either this one, which is October 17th,
Saturday.
or exactly this Saturday, or the next one, which is when October
The 24th.
So it's
So
like
the 17th will
one-
be the male night,
Oh, got it. And then the other
and the
one,
24th will
female.
be the ladies' night.
Yeah. Well, we have to take a break, and we will be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
The beautiful and complex art world can raise many questions about copyright, trademarks, negotiations, and settlements, especially if you are an artist and entrepreneur. The key to success when doing business through art is to find a reliable, trustworthy lawyer to give you the most professional representation for your and your clients' peace of mind. Call entertainment lawyer Kevin Wood at 954-809-4351 to set up a free consultation and jumpstart your career with the right tools. You're listening to Artistic Times with Alexandra Bello. Call into the show at 888-565-1470 and join us on the red carpet as Alexandra interviews and informs at WNN 1470 and ABP TV. Now, back to our show.
All right, we are back, and I just want to make you all aware of some events happening this October. Is a very eventful month, and of course it's Halloween as well, and football season, and all kinds of things, and scary film festivals and horror nights and everything together. And of course there is Film Carpet at the end of the month, hosted by Alexandra Bello Productions at Cinema Paradiso. We're going to have five different directors showcasing their short films, and we are also going to have 8 different filmmakers showcasing their trailers. It's going to be a very interesting night to network. You can dress up. It's like the Oscars. We're going to have some interviews, red carpet interviews. You're going to have red carpet pictures, and we're going to have like networking session right on the patio. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. I also want to let you all know that we have the Broward College. It's actually hosting Broward College 2015 Hispanic Heritage Group, and I have a personal friend of mine, Kenneth Ruiz. He has a collection there, and well, I am going to go and I'm gonna go attend. And he is with Mac Shop. He's an artist, and he does collage work. He chops magazines, and he puts beautiful work together. So go ahead and go to his group art exhibition. You can follow him and find him on Facebook. His name is Ruiz Kenneth on Facebook, and you can go to my Facebook and find him through me. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Michael Jacks. He has every Monday at the Fort Lauderdale Coffee House. He has film acting with Michael Jacks, and it takes place every Monday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can find his public event on Facebook. It's called Film Acting with Michael Jacks, and that's Jacqueus. We also have an open mic at Dallas. If you are more like northern area and you like Del Rey, they actually have an open mic at Dallas tomorrow. Tomorrow at night. Look, my friend Miguel is right there. He's the one invited me. Yeah, comedian Miguel. He's invited me. I'll try to make it. I have a very long day tomorrow. Jenny Patricia was actually inviting me to her cooking class with chocolate. That's going to take place in Kitchen 305 tomorrow night as well. Yeah, very interesting events happening. Rose Warner has her Rose Warner Actors Coaching Wheel every Saturday at Peak Performance Training Center. It's right there in Coral Springs. If you are looking for acting skills and growing your knowledge in acting and blocking and improvisation, definitely contact Rose Warner for that, or you can contact also Michael Jacks as well. It depends if you're a night owl or middle afternoon person. I also last week had the opportunity to interview the cast and the producer director for A New Beginning. It's going to be presenting one time only this Saturday at Hollywood Central Performing Arts Center. It's called A New Beginning. It's a stage play. There's a lot of people that are attending actually, and it's a show about a young man forced to face life without the guidance of his father. This producer, Sheldman, is very experienced producer. I mean, he has been in the business for over 15 years, and I had the opportunity to meet him. Very, very professional human being. And closing, with the cotton candy, we have October 18, which is this Sunday, the Florida Hampton Table networking event. It's basically, you have to be invited, of course. You cannot attend just like showing up, but contact me or contact Rose Warner and request to be part of this secret group on Facebook. If you are in the business, acting, producing, directing, PAing, anything that you like doing, this is the great group for you. You will find a lot of wonderful human beings that are willing to work with each other and collaborate. It's all about collaboration. And this Sunday happening from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Location secret, top confidential. Anyways, back to the interview, guys. I want to learn a little more about Cohen.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, and then I want you guys to tell people how to get tickets, how to follow you online, and I will also put a post on Facebook when I make it home tonight as well.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in Pompano Beach, South Florida. I currently reside in Boca right now. I got into the business straight out of high school. I just knew that music and entertainment was a passion of mine. My mother was a professional singer, growing up, and she kind of put that aside to, raise a family. So it's definitely one of the many reasons, why I, have my foot full pedal to making it. And it's been a crazy ride. I was signed many years ago to an independent label. Things didn't work out as happens to a lot of people in the music industry, but now I'm garnering a lot of success lately, just putting myself out there, doing open mics at places like Funky Buddha, Rockin' Angels in Boca, Arts Garage.
Oh, Arts Garage.
Yeah. Shout out to Ian Kevin for hosting.
Shout out to Ian. It was a pleasure meeting you, Ian, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, amazing event. This event called Baca in Pompano Beach. I've been doing a lot of local stuff just to show face and
that's awesome.
Get my brand out there. What I like to do is I'm not just a musician. I lost 50 pounds a few years back, changing my eating lifestyle, and I did that to be an influence for not just my family, but also to my peers, to be that positive influence, to show people that, you can do whatever you put your mind to. I was 200 pounds, I lost 50 pounds as a result. And now I just, along with trying to get followers from what I sing, like on Instagram, I share, my workout progress along with healthy food ideas, juicing recipes.
Please tag me.
Yes.
Please tag me on those.
I will.
You can do it.
But by the way, I'm on Instagram at Cohen_CID, and that's coincide, because I coincide with everything that I post, whether it's fitness, music, nutrition, that's what that angle is. So yeah, that's what brings me to where I am today. I feel like that's why Kevin has reached out to me with a lot of his events, because he sees the persistence with what I promote as my brand, as myself, as an R&B musician. So yeah, I'm just excited to be where I'm at in my career right now, and excited for the future.
That is awesome. I am very honored to have you here, guys. I cannot tell you how many things are like running in my head. Like, I put events together. I would love to have you as celebrity guests attend once in a while when you can make it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's all about collaboration. I think what makes life great, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Florida, LA, New York, Louisiana. I think it's about collaborating with people and inspiring others, which is why I cannot wait actually to go to the event and check out what you guys are doing. I mean, from what you explained to me, it sounded all very, very interesting. In my mind, of course, because I come from a ballet background, I was thinking they should probably contact a dance school or something that would like to promote themselves and just incorporate dancing to their show. Maybe you
It's
already
the funniest thing that you mentioned that is because that's one of the components that right now
that you're looking for, right?
That I'm sorely lacking in, because
I'm looking for
the
that
venues that we've been going to are not conducive to dance. This is the first, ironically enough, where we're actually going to be performing at Muse Center for the Arts. Muse.
Isn't that somewhat of a dance?
Yes, they actually have two dance
I saw
studios.
it on their website. I was like,
so we'll be performing in their bigger dance studio. However, like I said, this is a set show where I'm trying to find a word for it, but it's a standalone show. So it's music only. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be doing dance programs somewhere down the line. As long as we find a venue that is conducive to dance, we'll do it.
What I mean about the dance is basically it is so much more interesting when you go to a music show and you have somebody dancing to what they're singing.
Right.
So it's not even a dance, or it wouldn't be a dance session intertwined with it. It would be more like an add-on to the music that you're listening
an accompaniment to
right.
the music.
Exactly. So but that's me, because I was in ballet, and I mean I see everything.
Well, it's interpretation. So I mean, with music comes, dance really goes hand in hand.
Yes,
with
they do.
Giving interpretation of the lyrics.
No, they definitely do. They definitely do. I want you to tell the audience how to contact you, how to follow you, and how to get tickets. That's very important.
Well, we have a website. It's www.conundrumstages.net. You can purchase tickets through the website. You could also call. You'll be speaking directly to me. It is 954-673-5124. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, and we're also on Twitter. And we also have content on YouTube. So if anyone wants to see past programs of what we do, they could always go to our YouTube channel. We have different past footages of that.
You can buy at the door too.
Yes, of course.
That's awesome.
And it's not only cash, we do accept credit cards as well, because we got a Square reader.
Good. Very, very convenient.
So no excuses.
No, very convenient. And if you call Kevin and you tell him that you're friends with Alexandra Bello, or that you're calling from Artistic Times, he will give you a sweet deal. You basically buy the 2 tickets for the both shows, and he will give you a discount in one of them. So go ahead and take advantage of that if you don't have anything planned for your next 2 Saturday nights.
Because it's 2 nights. It's 2 nights. So it's not only because Cohen is actually going to be performing in Volume 1, which is the 17th.
Which is this one, so you have to go. And then the second one.
The 24th is the next show, and that'll be a ladies' night. So if you actually if you actually decide to go to both shows, if you decide to see one and want to come to the other show, we will be able to actually give you a complimentary ticket for that.
Exactly. I mean, we have great stuff for the next 3 Saturdays. The last Saturday of the month, we actually have a fashion show for a vampire theme movie called Dying Words by Vivian Orozco, and it's going to be at Vibe. It's actually on Friday. It's actually on Friday night. It starts at 8 p.m. I want to remind you all to follow my Vimeo archive, ABP TV. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, ABP TV, and you can find me on Facebook and find out what's happening in the South Florida event, realm. Just find me at Alexandra Bello. Remember that my website is alexandrabello.com, and that every Monday night we have this show, and we also have this show in Atlanta on 8:60 a.m. So if you're listening through the radio on 1470 a.m. on Mondays, remember that you can also listen through your application, your iHeartRadio application, and you can watch live on Ustream.tv. So if you just go to alexandrabello.com, you're going to find that everything, it's right there for all of it. Okay? Thank you guys so much. This is Artistic Times. Kevin Johnson, Cohen, Robinson.
Sing a little.
Oh, we're going to actually have Cohen sing at the end of the show. All right? And like that, you're gonna watch that in the playbacks. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we actually ran out.
You have been listening to Alexandra Bello. From Alexandra Bello Productions and Artistic Times Radio, join us every Tuesday at 7:30 and get informed in the world of artists, celebrities, musicians, writers, and more on the Red Carpet Fashion Show. Join us next week for more red carpet treatment of Artistic Times.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests,